Also, what happens is in the births and deaths cycle, you would be passing from one guru to another guru, right? So through, say for example, you would travel with Guru 1 for about 50 to 100 lives. After that, he will pass on to Guru 2. So in the Guru 1 passing on to Guru 2 is a soul work, which is not even in the hands of the Guru. It is in the hands of the nature. So when somebody evolves to Guru 2 level, then nature works with Guru 1 and asks him and makes his soul to hand over the soul of the follower to Guru 2. Like that, from Guru 2 to Guru 3 and all, you keep on getting transferred or handed over. Finally, when it comes to the journey of Aumism, it's backward journey. This is the journey of the supernatural power. Purposely it is brought down to speed up the soul evolution. For that purpose, the supernatural power directly gets connected to you. So you will have to leave all the gurus. Now what's happening is, in the world, I have seen so many people, they are not interested in Shiva, Vishnu or whatever the supernatural power and all this. They are interested in some Ananda, some Swami, some Baba. Oh, that Baba has lot of hair, and he has lot of nails, very, very long nails. I think, he's been meditating in Himalayas for years and years together. So you fall on his feet. So somebody who has long nails and long hair and all, and wearing all those, grey hair, big belly and all, those are gurus for you. You are no more interested in Shiva, Vishnu or all this, even Jesus Christ. Most of the people are interested in only these Babas, Swamis and Gurus who are visible. That is how they have fallen down. You should go back to the source. So in the path of Aumism, that is a very sad situation at this moment in the world. You should, in the path of Aumism, what happens is you will be connected back to the supernatural power and nature. But what happens here, the saddest part is that every soul is very, very emotionally every soul is very badly and emotionally connected to their previous gurus. So imagine you go to X Guru. Okay. You go to X Guru, in this life I am talking about. You must have been experiencing so many problems in your life. Since your birth, probably you must have been going through several psychic problems. I have seen so many people who belongs to these involuntary kriyas, especially, they have gone through so many problems, health problems, psychic problems, and they would have the visions of various souls, some dark souls, bad souls also would come, and then they badly work with them and things like that. And some people have ruined their careers, their lives. They wanted to commit suicide for so many times. They have left their husbands, wives, and without any direction they have been since their birth. Especially people who belong to these involuntary kriyas. That's because of their prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means that's the karma they need to bear. And that is associated with the previous guru that you belong to. It is associated with the previous guru and his spiritual path that you belong to in the previous life. Now what happens is, when the time comes, you go to this ex-guru in this life. The same guru that you belonged earlier in the previous life. You naturally go to this guru, and by sitting with him or probably by watching his videos and things like that, your Kundalini gets invoked. After invoking, Spanda Kriyas will start in you. What does it mean is, this guru whom you belong to, he has done the justification of his job. he has invoked you into Kundalini Kriya Yoga. He has invoked your Kundalini. And now, what his work is, his soul work. He will hand over your soul to this path, Ahamism. But in this transition, your soul will be so confused. Your mind will be so confused. I have seen so many people. They are so emotionally attached to the previous guru or previous ways of practicing spirituality. They carry their own opinions and beliefs, and they will never ever be convinced to get connected to the supernatural power. They will always be interested in some Ananda, some Baba, some Swami, somebody who has long hair. They are always attracted and interested only towards such gurus. It is all because of their previous spiritual practices and the path they belong to. After coming to this guru, or by watching his videos or by reading books or whatever it is, your Kundalini got invoked. So after, again you will probably contact the involuntary and Manthan Yoga, or you contact me, and then I would say you will have to unstrip all these and go back to the source. And you will not be interested in this. That's because of your emotional attachment towards the previous spiritual practices that you have done, and all the opinions and beliefs that you've been carrying for a few lives. You are still carrying them. So you will have to drop all those things and ascend, go upward in this path by connecting to the supernatural power and nature, or you will have to stay back with that previous path. These are the two options that you will get. So one is staying back with the previous spiritual path. Second one is advancing with Ahamism or Manthan Kriya Yoga. Now, to advance with Ahamism and Manthan Kriya Yoga, some time will be given to you. Nature will give you some time. It will keep on watching you. How long? Don't ask me, please. With some people it could be just 3 months. With some people it could be just 1 year or 2 years. But nobody can last more than 2 years. Some people could even be just 30 days or 10 days only. So here nature operates based on your mind, based on your way of living, and the kind of traits you have, the kind of intentions you carry, the kind of negative thoughts you have, the kind of negative thoughts probably you would think about this Ahamism and its path, or probably you would think negative about me. Because of all these things, what nature does is nature will drop you. Nature will keep you back to the old path that you belong to. So you will no way be connected with me or with Ahamism. You will just carry on with your previous spiritual practices. You are no way connected with this path once you leave. But if you advance, this is how it happens. You will have to unstrip all the clothes that you've been wearing through all the gurus, and then you get connected with the supernatural power and the nature, and then your journey back to the source will start here in this path. I have seen so many people coming here and then they get dropped. They don't go forward because of their false beliefs and opinions and all, and negative thinking and all these things. And so many tests also will happen here before advancing, because nature will test you so badly. Some people try to contact me so many times, and nature will never connect me. Most of the times probably I would be busy somewhere, I would be busy with some people and all, and these people would be tired, and finally when they get connected, they talk to me in a very irritating fashion, and then they would not be able to connect to me properly, and then they will leave. So nature will test so badly here. So what happens is, if you if you carry any good intentions, see, everybody is not so clean. At least if you carry some good intentions and positive thoughts about this Aumism and its path, positive thoughts about me, even if you carry some negative things, nature will start repairing you, nature will safeguard you, and then nature will try to advance you in this path. If anybody is carrying bad intentions and things like that, they will be dropped automatically. I don't have to tell them, automatically they will be dropped. Meaning they will get busy in their careers, or probably they would pick up some problems, and then they will stop working in this path, and then slowly they will get away from this path, and then they will be dropped. Especially in this path, what happens is, especially in this path, before Guru Purnima, 1 month before Guru Purnima, 1 month after Guru Purnima. Guru Purnima was celebrated this month 5th, right? It's going to be a week by tomorrow. So 1 month before Guru Purnima, or you can say 2 months. 2 months before Guru Purnima and 1 month or 1.5 months after Guru Purnima, naturally Guru's soul works with nature. Guru's soul works with nature and then connects them to this path. Automatically they will come here. If they come before Guru Purnima and after Guru Purnima, that means this is the path that you are meant to follow. That is the blunt indication of nature. You have contacted me, or not only me, any other gurus, these gurus, if you naturally contact any of these gurus, it means if you naturally contact these gurus before Guru Purnima or after Guru Purnima, naturally you need to contact, not with pre-planned way of doing things like human. If you come in touch with any of these gurus before Guru Purnima and after Guru Purnima, that means that Guru is meant for you. And the same thing happens here also. If you are connected to Aumism and its path before Guru Purnima and after Guru Purnima, then you are meant to follow this path. That is the perfect indication. Before Guru Purnima, people not only come to the gurus, but some people will leave the gurus also. Some people, before 2 months of Guru Purnima, 1 month after Guru Purnima, if they leave the Guru, it means they are dropped from that Guru, from that path. And they go through their own karma and evolution. Again it will take few lives for them to again come to this Guru and the path. This is how it works. Several people have come over the last 2 months to me, and still they are coming. That means this path is meant for you. And even after coming, slowly, I will not immediately tell them that, you will have to drop all these gurus. I will not tell them like that. I will tell them, okay, carry on, because it takes some time for them to get out of these gurus and their emotional attachments with them. So some time is given. It varies from person to person, but slowly they will have to get rid of all those previous practices and all those things and fly with the supernatural power and nature. This is the backward journey. So here you have to unstrip all the clothes that you wore previously. And you need to become like naked. You need to become pure. Then you will have the connection. When you have the connection, what happens? Just like in Satyuga, when Satyuga began, the golden age, you were so pure and you were directly in touch with the supernatural power and nature. You were able to hear all the directions from within, and you did not need major meditation and all. There were no meditation ashrams and all teaching meditation and all those days. So those days meditation used to happen in them automatically, involuntarily it used to happen. The same thing happens here. Involuntarily meditation happens. You don't have to do. And you would have so many soul experiences in this path. You would start experiencing that you are soul. You are no more body. You will probably in about 3 months to 6 months after practicing this path, you will start knowing that you are not a body, you are a soul. Because your soul travels, goes to so many places, you meet so many other souls, and all these experiences happen. I am not exaggerating, but this is how it is. In this path, you will know that you are soul very, very fast. But in the case of all the other gurus and previous practices, that is the objective for them. Kundalini awakening and getting you the soul experience is the objective. But whereas here, it is cross the objective. It is beyond the objectives. Beyond the objectives of this. See, for all these yogas, if the journey is A to Z, for Manthan Kriya Yoga, involuntary Kriya Yoga, the journey begins after Z. For them, this is the destination. For us, that is the beginning. This is much advanced. After Kundalini awakening, after knowing soul, what happens is the story here. Which is totally in the hands of the supernatural power and the nature. The operation of it, the journey of it, totally is in the hands of supernatural power and nature. It's not in the hands of any other souls. So if you will have to leave all the previous practices and all, otherwise you will be confused and you would have some mixture of soul experiences. Probably some people would get feared and all these things, and they will start thinking negative about this path and all, they will leave. That's good, it's okay, as long as you are not comfortable, everybody is free to leave, everybody is free to come and go forward. So this is how it happens, the journey of the soul, this is how the soul evolution happens. Here no gurus will be there in between, not even me. You are directly connected to the supernatural power and guru. Supernatural power itself is the guru and the nature. These are like parents, you can say. So the souls that are directly connected in this path are directly connected to the super parents, mother and father. That's how it was in the golden age. In the golden age, the souls were directly connected. Because of lack of energies, you got connected to all these gurus now. Now what is happening is, you start gaining the energies after coming to this path, soul energies. And then you are connected directly to the supernatural power and nature, and you don't need any other gurus. Imagine in this path, now you are connected, imagine you don't get the, self-realization is not the only objectives of this path. Everybody does not have to have self-realization to get liberated. Listen to this. To get liberation, or to get out of this maya of the nature or prakriti, everybody does not need to go through self-realization. Just because of the grace of the supernatural power, somebody can get the liberation so easily. Because of the grace. Because of the grace of supernatural power. Okay. So few of them only will get this self-realization, but most of them will get the liberation in the next 3 to 4 lives or maximum 5 lives, even if they are rajasic, means totally rational they are in this path. Even if they follow this path, it takes about 3 to 4 lives maximum, not more than that, to get liberated. But if somebody is like sattvic, and if somebody is perfectly following this path and the discipline and all, in this life itself they can experience the Jivan Mukta state. So this is how the soul evolution happens.